Hello Ami, welcome back to another Taekook one shot. So this is going to be a little triggered because there is going to be mention of suicide. So read on your own risk, okay? Hanji, Taehyung, please let's not to do this anymore. I have been trying to tell you for a while that I can't control my feelings and my heart has been beating for another man, but you are just too stubborn. Why don't you understand? I try to keep this friendship, but you keep on ruining it. Please don't answer and or come to me unless you are ready to let go of your feelings and save our friendship. Tightening the grip on the phone and his shaking hand. A very unwanted amount of emotion crushed within Theung as he had enough reading the text he received from the most precious boy in his life, Hanji. Shock, anger, disappointment, and finally the faint up sadness Theung is been holding back behind the walls of denial crushed into him like a harsh ocean wave in a storm weather. Thing is not delusional. He's been lying through his teeth if he says that he didn't see this coming all at all. They didn't expect it to be this soon. They didn't think Hanji would let go of him that soon. Hanji hasn't given them more chance to fight for Hanji and win Hanji and his love over. What was that? Someone is blocking Taehyung's airway and building up his throat. Something warm ran down his cheeks without Taehyung's command. Are those tears? What is that heavy feeling? Why is Taehyung's world suddenly falling apart? Why can't he move? Hanji, Hanji, they heard a voice speaking and it was beyond Taehyung to believe it was just his own voice. They sounded weak, pathetic. He couldn't even let out that name without his own voice cracking pathetically. A rebellious sob was out of his mouth. At least Taehyung could breathe for a second. His throat isn't that blocked. Taehyung get up and walked to Hanji's apartment 10 minutes away from his own. Knocking on the door of his heartbreaker, Taehyung called him Hanji. But God, Taehyung's sound beyond heartbreaking and Taehyung didn't want for the man behind the door to witness how weak Taehyung is currently feeling. Tae cleared his throat. He can try again. Hanji, Tae growled, his fist colliding with the closed front door in a loud knock. I know you are here. Let me in. We need to talk. No answer. Hanji, Hanji, they shouted, not giving a flying bird about the neighbors, and Hanji must have a nod by knocking on the door for past hour or an hour or so. You can't do this to me. You can't just say that over a freaking text. Thang is consumed by his anger, knocking even louder, promising to break the door if they doesn't have his way to speak to the man. Hanji, they helplessly fell from since they was 19. Talk to me, Hanji, freaking heck. They angrily kicked the door with his foot. Tell me, do you no longer want me? Do you want me to out of your life? Is that all you want? Again, no answer. You can't control your feelings, but you want me to get over mine. What is the world is freak of this? Yeah, Hanji, Hanji, yeah. Taekook pants, shoulders shaking and chest heaving up and down in aggressive pants, face flushed red color drawn by both anger and sadness, knocking that Hanji is not going to face him no matter how much more they tried. His shoulders slammed down in defeat as he kept his hand on the door, heading, head hanging low, and those salty liquid betraying him again. They, you know, Thang flinched, his shoulder tensed up at the sound, sudden soft voice calling from behind him, knowing who it belongs to. There is only one person who can call him that. How does this boy always find his way to Taehang? Taehang will never understand, and since when he has been watching Taeyang in this miserable, pathetic state, the thought made Taeyang afraid to look back and face the 2 years older, younger male he's been knowing for years now, one of the most loyal friends, Jungkook. Please enough. They heard Jungkook's soft, concerned voice calling again, this time getting a little closer. When Taeyang didn't respond or look back, a sigh was heard by the younger. Few minutes later, the older is embarrassed. He is afraid they must have looked like a maniac breaking at someone's door like this. Come on. Jungkook's voice now sounded just one step behind the older, making Taeyang freeze for a second. Jungkook knows better not to touch the older or approach him until they calm down, and that's why Jungkook is keeping his safe distance. For that, Taeyang is really glad. The damage is already done, and you have done everything you can. Let's go, please. Taeyang hates it. He hates how the younger is always right in such situations. Throwing another punch at the door, the long blonde hair older male lets out a scream of agony, still attached to the door. Fine, have it your own freaking way, Hanji. Another punch is thrown at the door. I will make sure you never freaking see my face again. And with that, Taeyang finally let go the door, storming away. Not a gasp left the youngest lips. Jungkook has to follow the young, angry, consumed tiger. Tete, wait, where are you going? Tete, wait for me. None of the boys knew how long it took them to chase or being chased before they found themselves at the bridge right on the top of a river. Jungkook couldn't even have enough time to feel relieved to see the still angry male finally stop it in his track before fear and suddenly realization hits Jungkook so hard like a brick as he sees the dark look on Taeyang's face, and upon remembering Taeyang's last angry, consumed words, I will make sure you never fucking see me again. Jungkook gulped, suddenly forgetting how to breathe. Tete, Jungkook coaxed, this time trying to approach Taeyang, almost instantly regret that as Taeyang stepped back closer to the edge of the bridge. Don't you dare, Jungkook, Tae growls, his voice daring. Okay. Jungkook waved his hand frantically in surrender, gulping again. Jungkook's throat suddenly feeling so dry and his world suddenly spinning around him for a second. Jungkook is going to faint if he doesn't keep his calm. I'm right here. I wouldn't touch you. Just please, Hyung. Let's talk somewhere else. Yeah, I will listen. I promise I will listen to you. Everything you will say, and you are going to get through this. Please, Hyung. Please. Jungkook is desperate. That didn't go unnoticed by the older. Thang almost cracked a smile, but he is too broken for it. It's pointless. Thang scoffs as he grabs the bar. Eyes focus on the running water underneath. I don't think I can do this anymore. I don't think I can do anything at all anymore. I wanna end this. Just like Hanji wanted. A noise left the youngest toad. Was it a cry? A whimper? They don't know. All both knew was that it was very painful. The and Jungkook sobs, unable to contain his emotions anymore. Please, I'm right here. Give me a single reason I should stay for. The younger screamed internally. He had to think fast and know what to say because Jungkook is literally one jump away from leaving Jungkook forever. You, Jungkook screeched, suddenly grabbing the older's attention as Jungkook saw Thang's eyes widen at his single word. Jungkook wet his lips and continued, You have been living your life feeling dedicated to Hanji. Everything you have planned so far is according to Hanji's own liking. You have been too busy living for him that you forget about your own self. You are the only one worth prioritizing. Tete. Jungkook takes one bold step closer when Jungkook noticed that the older is consumed by his words, seeming mentally distant, busy processing his words. How about you give yourself a chance? Reset everything according to your plan. It's never too late, and I will be right here till you reach that point and do the things you have always deserved to have. Thang finally spares Jungkook a glance, making Jungkook's heart sink at the sight of Thang's teary, swelled, fleshless face. It makes Thang by surprise when the younger takes another bold step closer, this time leaving no space between them as Jungkook holds Thang's hand in his after taking it off the cold bar. Thang blinks at the unexpected act, his heart skipping a beat at the warmth they suddenly felt through the shaky hand. And if you still think that it's not worth, then let's do this together, said Jungkook, pointing their new intertwined hands towards the river, trying to get his point across. Let's jump right now together, cause I wouldn't have a reason to stay far after you. Jungkook must have gone crazy, but Jungkook didn't care. He didn't think much of it because that's genuinely how Jungkook felt at that very moment. Though Thang looked at him in disbelief, he couldn't believe the younger would go this far for Thay or do such a crazy thing with him. Thang searched for any hint of insincerity in Jungkook's eyes and features, but he found none. Jungkook was dead serious. His eyes are so sincere and desperate, and his voice sounded so genuine. Thang blinks. Why Jungkook is always somewhere behind Thang's back. Why Jungkook always by Thang's side in moment like this? Why Jungkook is still here, and why is Jungkook giving up his life for Thay? Is Thay really worth it? Does Thang really mean this much to Jungkook? Time dragged out so slowly for Jungkook as he waited for a response, and all he received from the older was a wet, sudden tuckling Jungkook back, almost making him lose his balance as a pair of strong arms wrapped around Jungkook's neck. Young didn't say anything as he broke down in the younger's arms, feeling gentle hands caressing his hair and patting his back. Taeyang failed to see the smile on Jungkook's face though, as Taeyang brushed his face in the crook of Jungkook's neck, shaking and letting out all the emotions that have been consuming Taeyang ever since they received the text of Hanji. A lone tear ran down Jungkook's cheek as he kept the smile on his face. Taeyang is still here and he is back to Jungkook. No, this looks incomplete and you would want to read more about them, so I will write a special episode of this one shot. Till then, take care yourself and wait for the special episode. I hope you will love that too. So see you tomorrow. Till then, take care yourself. Bye.